Hey guys, Pitmaster here. I'm going to talk about the the Ultimate Fighter season finale 19 and um, UFC 175. I'm only going to talk about a couple fights, a couple of my favorite fights. Okay, first one, Uriah Faber against Bruce Leroy. It wasn't a surprise. It went exactly as everyone thought it would. I think to the letter. Bruce Leroy, I don't even know his name, Carlos something. Tough kid, really talented. Um, you know, really sneaky. Has a lot of good. He's really good. He's gonna be really good. I think if he keeps going the way he's going. But Uriah, he's Uriah Faber, California kid. Just steamrolled him. Ended up choking him out. I think the fight went just as everyone thought. Uriah Hall against Thiago Santos from Brazil. This guy, Uriah, has so much skill. It looks like he could have he was walking towards him with his hands down, um, just showing no respect. It looked like he could have just finished him anytime he wanted. Um, but he seems like he needs to pull the trigger more. It just seems like he's just, I don't know. And it looked like that in this fight. Then you realize his toe was broken. But even when his toe's not broken, I mean, it just seems like he's so much skill. Like in the season finale, or the season. I think it was the fight before the finale. But sometimes he needs to pull the trigger more. He seems like he's unlimited skill, unlimited power, unlimited everything. He just needs to pull the trigger, and just it looked like that in this fight. It was a decision. Like I said, he had the broken toe, and you can use that for an excuse. I'm sure it hurts. But, the only thing I got to say about that is I've seen him do that without a broken toe. But still, I think if he wants to, he'll go all the way to the top. He has the power, the skill, the speed, the everything. Um, Ronda Rousey against Alexis Davis. Nothing to say. She just steamrolled her. A right hand, a knee, a throw, and then it was done. So there's nothing even, you can't even 16 seconds. So it just proves she's in a whole league on her own, just like Ali was for a while. There's sometimes people are just up there, and the next number two, number three, number four, etc., are just steps below. So great fight. 16 seconds of it, but I thought it was entertaining. Weidman against Lyoto. Tough fight. Tactical fight. Not the best fight ever. Not with the most action. Styles weren't the greatest together. They are so good, both of them. Weidman won a decision. I thought he should have won the decision. Machida showed in the last, 30, 40 seconds what he should have been doing throughout the fight. He held back way too much. I'm not saying it would have been advantageous not to, because Weidman might have been, just waiting for some counter takedowns, whatever. I think the whole reason that Nishida didn't win, besides fighting Weidman, sorry, was he just held back. He just didn't put it together. He didn't pull the trigger like he did the last 40 seconds or whatever. But it was a good fight. It was an entertaining fight. It wasn't the best fight ever. But it just showed. I mean, when you got the two of the best guys up there, sometimes it's not going to be the best fight when you have the best fighters. Sometimes the best fighters don't produce the best fights. Like when I lived in LA, Channel 34, you just turn on Channel 34, El Boxeo, two Mexicans. They might even get knocked out by everyone else, but just put them together. Their styles were always just slugging. They were the best fights ever. You just turn on Channel 34. It was like it was a war every time, because styles make fights, And sometimes the two best fighters in the whole world, like Ali against, whatever, it doesn't always make the best fight. So anyway, BJ against Frank Yeager. Love BJ. Frank Yeager is a beast. But what was BJ doing? He was like on his tippy toes with his hands here. Not even his hands up here. His hands were here, and he was like on his tippy toes with his feet. His legs were like really close together, and he just looked like a zombie. He just didn't look like, that's not BJ. I don't know what he was doing. And he was getting hit, but he didn't even bother putting his hands up. He just kept getting hit, walking forward. And that'll never turn out well. And his feet were like this close together. They weren't, spread out at all. He didn't lower his level at all. He was on his tippy toes, bouncing on his tippy toes. And he didn't even try to defend a punch, a kick, a takedown. I don't know what he was doing. He's the phenom, one of the most talented fighters on this planet ever. And he just, I don't know. I don't know. I want to find out. BJ, call me. We got to talk. We got to talk. We got to talk. Love BJ, but I don't know what that was. But don't take anything away from Frank Yeager. He's one of the greatest 45-pounders in the world. But he did not fight BJ Penn. He fought some guy on his tiptoes with his hands protecting his chest, his chin up in the air, and he was bouncing around with his feet almost together. He couldn't even attack or defend from that position. So, anyway, those were the fights. That's how I saw them. And please comment. Tell me what you think. Agree, disagree, whatever. All right? Even just say hi. All right? Comment.